to Navigating the STRA Landscape, the podcast where we break down Malaysia's evolving short-term rental accommodation guidelines into actionable insights for operators, property owners, and enthusiasts.
And today's episode is a big one. We'll uncover how the new guidelines could impact STRAs, discuss loopholes to watch for, and share strategies to help operators stay ahead. Ready to dive in?
Let's get started. Short-term rentals are booming in Malaysia. Platforms like Airbnb and Booking.com have transformed how people travel, and with 35.6 million tourists projected by 2026, STRAs are a crucial part of our tourism economy.
But with rapid growth come challenges, right? Many operators face inconsistent rules depending on where their property is located. Some councils have strict licensing, while others are more lenient. And let's not forget the noise and parking complaints from neighbors.
Exactly. These issues are why new guidelines are being introduced. The goal is to balance the needs of operators, communities, and tourists. But how will these changes impact operators? That's what we're here to explore.
Let's break down what's new. The guidelines focus on three main areas: licensing, compliance, and community impact. First, operators must register with local authorities and get operating licenses.
Right. And there's a new digital platform to streamline everything from licensing to compliance tracking. It sounds like a big leap forward, but it also means operators need to adapt to these digital systems.
And let's not forget community concerns. Noise, parking shortages, and waste management are being prioritized. The government wants to ensure that STRAs benefit the tourism sector without disrupting neighborhoods.
It's a solid framework on paper, but like any new system, it's bound to have some challenges. And that brings us to the next segment: potential loopholes and risks. All right, here's where things get tricky. Even with these comprehensive guidelines, there are always gray areas. One big issue: regional enforcement gaps. Some councils might enforce these rules strictly, while others might be more relaxed.
That's a great point. Another potential loophole is undefined licensing criteria. What happens if the requirements aren't clearly outlined? Operators could face delays or confusion, especially if paperwork is incomplete or zoning rules are unclear.
And then there's the digital platform. While it's a great idea, small operators might struggle to adapt to the technology. It could create barriers for those who aren't tech-savvy.
Plus, let's not overlook community pushback. If residents feel the guidelines don't address their concerns, they might pressure councils to impose stricter rules.
And finally, financial risks. Licensing fees, tech upgrades, or community impact assessments could strain operators' budgets. Are you ready to budget for that? If not, stick around, because we'll share solutions in the next segment.
Okay, we've covered the challenges. Now let's talk solutions. The first step: be proactive. Start gathering documentation like proof of ownership, safety compliance, and community impact reports.
Yes. And don't shy away from technology. Use the digital platform to streamline your operations and stand out as a tech-savvy operator.
Another key strategy is community engagement. Address concerns like noise or waste management up front. A little goodwill goes a long way.
Exactly. And here's a pro tip: diversify your offerings. Eco-conscious travelers, luxury rentals, or unique experiences can help you carve out a niche and reduce reliance on crowded markets.
Great advice. Remember, these changes are coming whether we like it or not. The question is, how will you adapt? Let's wrap up with some final thoughts.
So, what's the bottom line? The new STRA guidelines are a game changer. They bring opportunities for growth, but also demand careful planning from operators.
If you're an STRA operator, now's the time to act. Stay informed, stay compliant, and most importantly, stay flexible. The future of STRAs in Malaysia looks bright for those ready to evolve.
And then there's the digital platform. While it's a great idea, small operators might struggle to adapt to the technology. It could create barriers for those who aren't tech-savvy.
And if you have questions or insights, reach out on our socials. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, take care and keep thriving.